Hello and welcome to another video, and today we are going to talk about all of my favorite player on each team in MLB currently in 2025.
McCain has the 97 on the road for the ages. Oh my goodness! Yes! It's the day! Wow, that was awesome.
So I'm just gonna pick of like one player on each team, and they're currently to like my favorites and generally. So this is gonna be my opinions. Not trying to be harsh, but like these are like players like I kind of grew up and kind of like and stuff, and they could be in like different teams and stuff. So that's that. I'm not huge of like stats in a way, so again, I'm not really big on that, so I'm not really gonna show like stats of what they are and stuff. It's possibility enough of I would say like oh how many awards they won and stuff, something like that. But fortunately, just talking about why I like these players on these teams and stuff. So that's just basically that. The way I do it, I mostly start in the American League, going to East, West, and I mean East, Central, and West. Same thing with the National League and stuff. So let's get started with the New York Yankees. Fortunately enough, I am not picking the captain of the USA team. Fortunately, I'm not picking the Judge and stuff. So I'm actually picking Cody Bellinger as my favorite player for the Yankees. I was a really big fan of Bellinger when he was on the Dodgers. He was okay. I know he kind of fell down a little bit when he was on the Dodgers. He kind of stepped up a little bit when he was on the Cubs and stuff. It's just there's something really I like about Bellinger, where enough of he is still as a good player right now, and I think he is a really good player to set up for the Yankees and stuff. First of all, he started with first base and stuff, and then being as elite and in the outfield and stuff. He's super tall, very skinny dude. He can fly pretty much anywhere. He's very smooth with like his playing time and stuff. He has a really good swing and stuff. I just like, I don't know, I just like his style when he's playing. I love his swing. I love when he plays outfield and stuff. So he's kind of, put that swag and put some smooth into it and stuff, normal white player and, and stuff. So that's that. Going to the Boston Red Sox, I got Trevor Story. Again, I was also a huge fan Story when he was on the Rockies and stuff. I think he is a big tribute on this team and stuff. Fortunately, he was kind of injured for the Red Sox in the time when I went to Boston. But overall, he still has a good shortstop in a way. He can still bat, he can play and stuff. It's not up there, but fortunately, I just don't like other players on the Red Sox, so I just pick him instead. The Orioles, I pick Adley Rushman, the catcher. I was really liking Adley the first time he come to the Orioles. I understand I didn't pick Gunnar Henderson and other people like Cedric Mullins or maybe Ryan Mountcastle and stuff, or Jackson Holiday and stuff. Like those are all good players on the team and stuff. But there's something special I like about Adley and stuff. His power is absolutely insane. He has a strong throw as catcher and stuff. It's just he can pretty much do it all and stuff. When I heard he became an all-star in 2023 and stuff, like I knew this guy is gonna be a lot special for the Orioles. For the Toronto Blue Jays, I got Bo Bichette. Fortunately enough, I didn't go for Vlad Guerrero Jr. and stuff, but again, I don't really pick the favorite players on the team. There's just something I like about Bo Bichette in a way where it's his style. You know, he plays great on defense a lot. He's a really great hitter. You know, before when he was on the Blue Jays, he can, you know, hit bombs every single time, but he's elite on just getting on base and stuff. He can fly and stuff. So it's just something I just enjoy of him, you know, watching him play and stuff. You know, it's kind of like something about the smooth he has, you know, being very, you know, I wouldn't say non like relax in a way. It's just he understands how to play baseball very well and slick in a way where it's just he's very comfortable where he's at and stuff. That's why I like about Cody Bellinger in a way. Like he's just very relaxed where he's at. You know, obviously enough, I do like Kevin Gausman as well. I didn't really notice of him, but yeah, Bo Bichette I really like. And then last team for the American East is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays. I got Brandon Lau. It's just, it's so crazy enough. I understand he's a great second baseman player, but his power is absolutely insane. You know, it's so interesting how skinny he is, and you know, not really tall, but he's very slim in a way. So he's kind of like a little bit small and stuff, like a medium-sized dude. But somehow enough, if he smashed the ball every single time. And in 2020, on the regular season, just phenomenal in a way and stuff. I thought he was going to show that in the World Series in 2020. He did show it, but I guess it was not enough for the Rays.